scenarios are just scenarios, but their outcomes are pretty much there. Pretty much going to end your turn whenever I feel like you've exhausted whatever you're trying to do. Last but not least, please note going forward that this is a heavily dependent teamwork oriented type of thing. If you are not planning to use all resources available to you as like the 8 of you, is there 8 of you? I'm pretty sure there's 8 of you. Yeah, there's 8 of you. If you're not using all 8 of your resources, you're probably not gonna. It's probably gonna be a bad. It's it's gonna be a bad time. Just please keep that in mind. That hurts. Uh, what's it saying? That there's an instance or something? Where I'm gonna refresh mine and see what happens.
I think the should have to kick you out.
I already did.
Oh dang.
That was the first thing we did. Oh, wait a minute. Are you? Can you join now or no? That's weird. I'm gonna refresh one more time.
Okay. Ben's out the game now.
Actually, every time I refresh, you're back in the game. That's weird. Doesn't make sense. I've never seen this before. You know what? I'm just gonna turn the server off. Give me a sec.
Gotcha.
Oops, I keep launching instead of going to. All right, go ahead and rejoin. And let's see if we can do this because it's 7:30. Oh noes. That's perfect. If anybody else has any issues, fuck off. No, I'm just joshing you. Let me get this real quick so I can know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. Uh, those of you who are loaded in.
We all are.
Yeah, everybody who's not in the scene is. Yeah, they took a long rest. You did not.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry, home slice. That is called team operation and discussion. You probably all should have talked about it.
Mm.
I know the stuff you talk about. That said, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so some of you are gonna just be blind for a while. So we're going to start with. Let's start off with. Oh, I'm gonna just start off with Lucian. So as you kind of come out of your trance, you know them immediately kind of just staggering a bit in the cold. It is incredibly colder than you remember, more so than you felt before. Um, your equipment doesn't seem to really do much to quell this weather. You do feel almost frostbitten as you kind of peer around. You note you are back outside of the Amber Temple. The sky black and crackling with lightning as directly to the north of you, walking into the temple, you note the back of a stranger that you familiarized yourself a bit with before your long rest, Lycoris. To your left, Khan stands kind of staring off at the rubble to the west, noting prints in the snow. You kind of look around to note that everything seems exactly as you remember it. To your right, Zeppela is still kind of frozen, but now in something of a black cocoon, but just obsidian. You note the statue still there, still unviewable, as you can just kind of smell a strange smell coming from the east. You're not sure what it is, but even in the cold, it's fairly pungent. What do you do?
And you said the smell's coming from the eastern side. So kind of turning and whispering to Khan and seeing Lycurgus
Oh, I'm
going into
sorry, no,
temple.
sorry, smells coming from the west. That's my fault.
Yeah. So turn to Khan and whispering, uh, that guy, well, would you be able to follow behind him? Or at least keep an eye on him? I'm not quite sure who he is or why he's here, but just in case he's a danger, I'd like someone with eyes on him. Well, and I just kind of look off to the east. I'd rather check whatever's in the east first, but I don't think it's wise to leave him as is. I'll follow. I'll come straight back into the temple after, but I just don't think we should let him out of our sight for now. Well, if we do confront him and he goes for a, well, a less than communicative approach, then we'd be wasting our time and energy. You way far easier for both of you to just. Khan, look, we are not looking to start a fight. All you need to do is just look out for him in case he does something. Yes. Surely, but more important matters as of now. All right, so just try not to use those shadows of yours, but just try to trail him and just don't let him out of your sight. I'll just take a quick look to the east and head on back into the temple after. Ah, fine by me. And with that, I'll like take a motion, just stepping quietly through past the rubble, and just kind of looking out, see if I can catch a glance of anything to the east. I mean west. And just kind of peering around the corner. And you're muted.
So as you peer around the corner, you know the young man just kind of sitting in front of a campfire, his arms and face heavily tattooed. You note he's just kind of wearing what seem to be just cloth pants. He's barefooted and he has no shirt on. Just around his neck, kind of just thickly, there is just a rope chain with a large, strange medallion on the front of it. As he just kind of puts his hands up in front of the fire, he kind of looks up. You note just kind of in the fire as you glance, his eyes are almost completely whitened. You could see him kind of glance around a bit as he warms his hands. You know, you can come out if you need to. I don't bite.
So just kind of taking cue, I'll just kind of warily step out into the open.
He raises his hands above the fire. No weapons. As he kind of turns his hands to you and puts them down, he kind of just rubs them together and smiles up. Quite a night to be in front of the Amber Temple. He kind of just waves his arm. The fire is warm if you need to warm up.
And just kind of taking a hand off like my sword, I suppose, and just kind of still warily walking forward. Is I suppose it is, and no, if you don't mind my asking, who are you, stranger?
Manners. Uh, you can call me Camden. He just kind of nods his head as he looks around a bit. Um, just a weary traveler looking for a well, purpose.
Just kind of like listening to the tone of his voice and looking up and down and looking over him. Would I be able to roll insight to see if he's telling the truth?
If you'd like, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You know there doesn't seem to be any look or any type of dishonesty in his voice.
Well, Camden, if you don't mind me asking once more, then what are you doing up here? It's not exactly the safest place, and
Um,
for one unarmed.
just kind of shrugging a bit and looking around, up and then down. He just kind of nods his head. Nothing in particular. I'm just gonna break into the temple. Hmm. I have some business inside.
Seeing him say breaking to the temple, kind of give kind of give a smirk. Ooh, it's quite the task. Seeing
Oh.
as, from what I know, locks up things like ancient beings and such. How would one break into it?
Hmm. Well, I imagine you would need some sort of plan and perhaps a bit of ingenuity. I think I have both in spades, so try my luck with it.
I, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Lucian, and
Uh,
as things stand, I'm just looking for a few people.
he kind of just smiles and nods. Oh, no doubt. You're a bit early, Lucian. Um, I imagine the others are still at the bridge.
And what others would you mean?
Traveling companions. Um, there's the two sorcerers. The I believe you had a monk of some sort with you, and there was the rogue. What was his name? I can't remember. But uh, as I recall, Whitehaven didn't take to him very much. Then there's the little dead one, um, just ahead. That's what I like to call him. The weird demon. Smells like Strahd, actually. He just kind of smiles and
Yes,
keeps
just
warming his
just
hands.
ahead indeed. And just kind of leaning my back against the wall. And how would you know if I'm early or not?
Well, based on the calculations, none of you did so well with the uh, puzzles. Um, the rock, well, I didn't expect you to do very well with that either. But if you're standing here, I guess one of you's smarter than the others. uh, he just kind of blinks a bit and wiggles his fingers in front of his face.
And looking up over at this area here, it's not like would I be able to recognize it as the area I looked out towards from the crevice?
Um, from as it stands there, it just seems like a mountain wall. Based on the positioning, yeah, you most likely would know that's the area you were in.
And and yeah, Lucine just seems kind of lost in thought, and my turn there.
You said you're gonna end your turn.
Yeah,
This brings us to Khan. Actually, nah. We'll go to Lycoris. You find yourself entering into the temple for the first time. In front of you, you note a glittering of orange light coming directly in front of you. You could have sworn it was green a second ago. What do you do?
Uh, so just taking out uh cross. Actually, how far up is the like light coming from the hole?
It's a 5 foot slit. So it's just directly 5 feet off the ground.
Got you. So just kind of like pulling out his crossbow, he's just gonna shoot a bolt just kind of forward. Does any of the light team react to it?
There's a so as the bolt goes ahead and fires forward, You know a fireball just hit it and just disintegrated it in the air directly about 10 feet in front of you.
Okay. Not messing with that. Uh, so does crouching down, well, like, yeah, crawling on the ground just underneath the lights. Do I need to like roll anything for that?
No.
So yeah, this like crawling on the ground below the light, just gonna crawl past it.
As you crawl through the lights and just kind of come to the end of the hall, just peering out, you can hear what sounds like someone giving a lecture directly to your east. You're not exactly sure, but it's just sounds like an older man's voice just kind of discussing discipline.
Gotcha. Um, yeah, it's gonna be turn. And yes.
You said it's ending.
Yeah.
With that, that brings us to Con then. There is no heavy snowfall. You note from the prints in the ground and just the snow around you that it's been there for a while. The only thing you note peering up is that every now and then the sky is just lit up by a crackle of just lightning. It almost feels radiant just directly above. You can almost feel the heat from it. Lucian should be able to see my tracks. While walking, I make sure to take heavy footsteps as to ensure the prints are defined. Well, not too heavy. That doesn't make sense. I'm just going to assume you're making heavy stomps in the snow. Never mind, no stomps. Okay. Well, descending, I crouch down as to avoid the light. Whispering. Hey, you, wait a second. He doesn't respond. Oh, wait, yeah, he does. Shocked, he looked back. Okay. I'm not sure we met fully, but based on your interaction with my party, you seem trustworthy to some degree. My name is Khan. I do not suggest you traverse this temple alone. Rather, how did you end up here? Kinda. Kinda. To the first question. Oh, for how I ended up here. Simple. Walked in the front door. Well, Lucian is back there. He's investigating a certain scent to the west. To be honest, I'm interested myself. I heard something up east. I suggest we go find him and stay together. This temple feels different. What did you hear? As you say that, you can hear fairly confidently coming from the northeast. He heard me. Now, would you two rats come out? Or do I have to drag you out? You do not know. Well, then, all right. Gurry. Gurry. As you kind of peer towards the east, you know the older man just kind of standing there with a long silvered and icy staff. You can see next to him is a large uh, amber golem. It looks very different than the one you saw in the past. Instead of being black or obsidian, this one seems to be fully made of a glowing red amber. Um, and it seems the glow is being emitted by the man's hand as he himself glows. You notice an aura immediately as he just kind of slowly approaches. As he stands there staring you over, you could note his fairly distinguished robe, almost midnight black with just kind of a bluish color just glowing around his aura. You note his staff kind of just slamming down as he just looks you over, scratching his beard. Hmm. An elf and hmm, something else. Well, I imagine something's going on with the temple. Things are colder than usual. To what do I owe the pleasure? You can see with his staff, he looks at you sternly and not so much as a kind greeting.
Jeremiah's laptop just died.
That's okay, because it's still Carl's turn. No, the pleasure is mine. I am with a group of companions. We mean no harm. You could see him nodding. Hmm. I see. Well, my name is Sidion. I am the Archmagus of the Amber Temple. You could call me a hmm, well, most call me a wizard, but I'd rather myself be called an architect. Tell me, what brings you here to the Amber Temple with your companions? Each of us came for a different answer. Hmm. Well, in that case, what did you come for, elf? Okay, hold on. I came for clarity, so that my misfortune upon others would stop, so that I could regain my true vision for being in Barovia. You could see him kind of raise his staff and point it directly at you. Hmm. And what of that which resides inside of you? What do you plan on doing with that thing? I seek to understand it, hopefully remove it peacefully. If it wishes to do me harm, uh, two, if it wishes to do me harm. You note Sidian kind of nodding. Hmm. Judging from your complexion, uh, I have just the thing. If you would follow me, you note him walking towards the west annex. As he kind of looks back at you, he just motions forward. I'm going to assume you follow him and stop you here and end your turn. Damnation! The underground crypt calls. We find. Let me keep doing this until I have a clear idea of what's going here. We find Jotun sleeping peacefully inside a thick black orb, just kind of hovering about 20 feet in the air, dangling from a thicker, blacker cord, just kind of whipped up into the darkness. You note or know that instinctively, you sense that the room is well, it's fairly dank. There's almost no air in it. You could smell just a hard rotting of just ancient death. Just everywhere, even within the shell. You could just feel this just thick, dense, just fume pushing in. Um, as you just kind of peer back and just come to and crack said just webbing open, and crawling arms and legs just tearing out and pushing your head forward. You note that there's a burning sensation that just immediately overwhelms your nose. Just all your senses just kind of go black. You become nauseous. Go ahead and make a Constitution save for me. As you kind of just push on, you note the flickering of a light to your north. You can see just a candle or a group of candles set up just flickering. In the illumination of shadows as you turn, you note that to your south is just almost slab after slab and alcoves of skeletons, some with just rotten, decayed flesh, others with armor and hoods. They just lay there, dead and ancient, kind of.
Am, oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say. Go ahead.
am I able to tell where the source of the smell's coming from, or is it just like all around me?
It's just everywhere. It's the entire chamber. Like you could sense it, you can see it almost like physically. It's just a very thick, dense smog everywhere, and it is well, it's not fun to be in.
Oh, were you gonna say something before?
I was gonna note the I was gonna note just kicking with your leg, you cut the webbing and fall to the ground.
Um, I guess kind of falling to the ground, and I'll just kind of look around. Um, is there anything else besides the candles? They were from this right here.
Um, just yeah, just the three-piece candles, just about 4 feet off the ground.
Are they floating, or is it like a stand
No,
thing?
they're standing on the floor. There's just it's just a small pole.
Um, I'll kind of creep forward. Is my movement capped or no?
To a degree it is, yeah. As you creep along, you note as you pass, another candle just kind of lights your way. You note more dead bodies, and the ground seems to be what looks to be a gray marble, but it has so much dried blood and just flesh or brown colored things in it. You're not sure really what it used to be.
Do I seem to like still be inside the temple?
Um, you really have no way of telling.
Hmm. I'll kind of continue into this room here. Is there anything like of note in here?
As you enter, then the torch kind of ignites before you. You note small niches sit inside a wall. It lies completely empty. There just seems to be a thick coating of dust everywhere. You don't smell too much right now, and your skin isn't as itchy as it was before, but the room seems quite barren.
So the candles are kind of just lighting as I kind of draw near them.
Yes, as you approach the light, it seems they just spontaneously ignite. The candles just kind of light ablaze.
I'll kind of hmm, So this room is empty?
As you just peer around it, it doesn't seem to have anything in it. The further you get to the east of it, the lesser you smell the stench as you become more clear and level-headed.
Okay. So, because there's no bodies in here, I'm guessing. I'll kind of exit the room and head further up that way.
So as you do so, go ahead and make a Constitution save. You kind of embrace the stench again. 18. You note as you begin to kind of inhale the air, you feel a bit faint and dizzy. As you kind of wither back and forth, you note just in front of you what looks like a skeleton slowly moving its arm and touching its fingers down against a small alcove. You kind of blink and shake your head as you see a skeleton awaken and just move towards you. Roll for initiative. The skeleton quickly just rushes at you and strikes. As you try to bounce around, it quickly stabs at you. Uh, just a quick slice at you. You kind of move out of the way as it only manages to do about 3 damage. The skeleton just kind of looks on, shaking its arm as it swings one more time, just kind of a glancing blow straight up. As it has a critical strike, it just kind of stabs forward twice quickly in succession. It slashes at you for 10 damage as it just kind of. Your turn.
I kind of want to take a second to, I guess, sort of gather my bearings and also try to use my, like, ooze to create a kind of, I guess, mask to kind of help with the smell.
Okay.
Um, I'm going to kind of try to, like, crawl around the, like, onto the body of the skeleton and kind of going to, like, its back and then crawling up to its neck and um I guess like wrapping my legs around its like head and face. I'll kind of like squeeze, I guess, and then
I need a stealth check, an athletics check, and
a stealth and athletics.
yeah, I need stealth athletics.
Oh, I think I have disadvantage, right, because of my exhaustion, or do I not have it anymore?
You have what?
Do I still have exhaustion?
You took a long rest, so you should not know.
Okay.
So as you scurry along, you note the skeleton just kind of, oops, just swings at you. You just manage to kind of jump over the sword as you scurry around him. Uh, Jumping up to his shoulder, go ahead and make an athletics check. Uh, you kind of grab at him and just cling to his neck, trying to crawl forward to his mouth. What's the intention of this exactly?
Let me try to figure it out. I guess I kind of want to see if I would be able to like kind of crack his like neck bone or something. if I possibly can with my tiny little spider body.
That's cute. Um, oh, it's just in the back. Okay. Oh, well, your demon fang does that. Just use demon fang.
Demon Fang?
Yeah, it's your normal attack.
Okay, doke.
If you read it, it kind of explains what you're trying to do. Well, kind of, sort of. So you certainly hit. Your fangs kind of just open, spread, rear back, and then snap across his neck, just kind of piercing into it and cracking. You can almost hear it as your fangs just kind of just digging softly to his spinal cord. Roll damage. With the cracking sound, you can hear a tearing, and he rolls a Constitution save as you feel venom just kind of going through into his neck. Yeah.
Oh, it still has flash. I thought it was a full skeleton.
But he is a skeleton, so he doesn't get poisoned. Yeah, he doesn't. I'm just he does take damage. Um you manage to snap his skull clean off his neck as he just kind of falls to the ground. His head just bouncing down the hall. As you just kind of pop off and fall back down, you just kind of look around and all is quiet. This is going to end your turn and end combat. Give yourself 100 experience. Because if you don't, I'll forget. And I keep scrolling through things like an idiot. Brings us to Kester. Let's see. Kester, Casty, Cast. Over here. You find yourself trapped in, a room that I described earlier as a chamber that has blue marble floors and amber coated walls with three massive just cases of amber husk just floating just mid-air, just sitting there, and inside each just black massive floating things with tails like fish, but they're of no creature you've ever seen. You can almost feel them inside your head. No words are being said, but you can feel a presence, a pressure. As this pressure kind of builds, you hear just the sound of young girls just kind of laughing and then chuckling a bit as one of them says, "Fine, fuck it, give me a hammer or something." After that, you just hear against the door as the room shakes a bit. You can see a bit of amber kind of fall down, dusting around you.
Okay, that's not probably not good. Just kind of looking around at each of the amber casings. I just kind of like lean in closer, just making sure not to touch it and just like seeing if they can see me, just like moving side to side, or if they care enough to see me.
As you move around the room, they do follow along with you.
Hmm. Smart ones, aren't you? Anyways, yeah. So I guess you all are the gods, gods, quote unquote, in imprisoned here. Well, our translator's a little tied up right now, so maybe I'll come back to see ya. Maybe as I just slowly back away. Ta-ta now. As I just try the door.
You note the door is it seems to be not an amber door like the others. It seems to be made of something completely black. It's cold to the touch, icy, and there is a massive, just kind of, there's no handle per se, but there's a massive like lock on it with
Hmm.
a rather strange kind of just runic symbol just kind of on the side. Again, there's nothing to really handle on it. You know that's locked as you can't open it or budge it. It seems again as you touch it, you grow colder and colder to a point where you just kind of pull back. Again, from it, you just hear another girl go, ah, ah, ah. Why don't we just why why don't we just try this one? Another girl saying, okay, listen, all right, Zella, if you're gonna be a fucking idiot, then you should have stayed home. And another just going, okay, wait. Against the door, you are knocked back 5 feet as
Oh.
the door just kind of rattles a bit. You notice again, amber kind of shedding, falling around you.
Just kind of like calling out, "Hey, a little help here. Could you get me out?"
You note the voices go silent.
Yeah. Anybody out there to help me in here? Still silent.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Well, that's just rude. Like if I can't hear you or something. I just kind of like turning back. You guys wouldn't happen to know how to get out of here, would you? No? No? You all hate me too? Alright. I guess I'd try to investigate the runes on the door.
Okay. As you kind of approach the door to look over the runes, you can almost feel something watching you. Um, you kind of quickly note the creatures and the husks are still kind of there, but it's not them. There has to be there. There just seems to be something else. With that, you note the rune seems familiar, but the pattern is connected to a larger pattern. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Yes, sir. Investigation check. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Please, 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 thank God.
As you kind of poke at the door, you notice just kind of a quick as the runic symbol kind of shifts at your touch and then straightens out, connecting to the other pattern almost perfectly.
Ooh.
With this, you see the door just kind of open as
Oh,
you note a young woman just kind of with her hand forward, just releasing a beam of light directly at you.
that's fucking rude. Okay. Uh, ooh.
The blast kind of just shooting past you as another one just kind of clenches her fist. The beam just freezes in front of you.
Whoa, 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 oh my God.
You see the girl just kind of holding her hand, her pale skin and visibly sharp fanged teeth just kind of staring at you. Well, I guess, I guess you can have one of these.
Whoa.
With that, she opens her hand and the blast just kind of hits you directly.
Yeah.
As the beam kind of explodes in front of you, you note just kind of your body pulsing and freezing as another young woman just kind of stands directly in front of you, um, with her hand and over here to Bennett. You note you find yourself just kind of awakening in a slumped corner. You can hear the loud coming from the south east of the temple. It seems as if something is slamming into some sort of metal. Directly below you, you can hear just kind of, oh my, oh my. Well, if I do this, I'll never. Well, what does the master think? go see. Just kind of this weird, strange, weak sounding gibberish. You note as you kind of come to, you're facing this old and rusted weapons and doodads. You could see small chests and things of that nature just kind of sprawled about. There's also a particular
Bit back. I'll think on this for a sec. The green in their eyes, is it closer to the Flame Skulls or closer to Whitehaven? From what I
uh,
know.
you're too far away to distinguish. As you kind of look to get a better glance, you can almost feel heat from behind you. You can hear. With that, go ahead and make a dexterity save for me.
Shit. Oh boy. Oh, we're starting off strong. A 9.
Man, oh, that is a douche. With that, you are hammered with just a strange eldritch blast that takes 32 damage from you. Do you have resistances to? You do not.
Oh.
And with that, you immediately are hit and kind of fall into the room. As you're kind of tripping into the room, you note the creatures kind of move a bit, but they don't seem to know what's happening as much as they just seem to shift their attention towards you, both turning. With that clearly out of the way of the statue, you note some dangers, and you can hear from the south, oh my, what was that? Trap. Ah. With that, you hear the footsteps of something rather small approaching from the south. As you note through the rubble, a small, what seems to be old gnome kind of stares at you, no larger than about 3 feet, rather old at this point, and I don't know why I'm just not like hitting buttons and doing this shit. You note him just kind of standing there, fixing his glasses and stabbing his cane down. What, you? Pointing his cane at you. He stops and just kind of, oh, uh, uh, beg your pardon, young sir. uh, Slamming his cane back down, he just kind of slowly approaches. What are you doing down here, all alone? Uh, where's Rahadin?
Wait. You. Wait. You. You know my dad?
Hmm, strange. Hmm, you've never considered him that. Hmm. He begins just kind of looking around you, looking you up and down, and kind of rubbing his beard. Hmm, hmm. Uh, your eye color seems a bit different. Hmm, it's pity, strange. Hmm, yes, yes. Well, come. No need to be in the old treasury room. With that, you note him walking back over to the statue, out of sight. Yes, yes. Apologies about this thing. Hmm. You seem to set it off rather strangely.
Wait. Wait. You. You can control these things?
Fixing his glasses and just slowly approaching you. Ah, my dear boy, what's gotten into you? Of course. Why? He just kind of seems to almost look at you as if he's not sure what he should say. It's it's me, Grandmaster Stolt. Why, I've known you since you were the tadpole. Come, what are you talking about? Has something happened?
Wait. I supposed to know you?
Well, I'll go fetch the Rahadin. He'll. Hmm. With that, he just kind of turns from you and quickly walks away.
So, I, I guess looking back in the room one more time and just kind of turning my head, I'll just follow him, trying to keep up.
You note kind of rushing down the hall to keep up. You find Grandmaster Stolt at the head of the stairs. Tilgrim.
Alrighty.
Okay. Let's not scare the shit out of me.
Sorry.
All good, homie. Um, we find Tilgrim inside a potion room. Walls to the north, east, and south, just kind of splayed with massive amounts of just strangely organized potions everywhere. Um, the wall to your west barren and just kind of heavy. You awaken to see Casimir just kind of holding his chest, a large just wound gaping with just flesh and just meat hanging out and blood kind of pouring out of him shows that he's most likely been mortally wounded. You could see him kind of sitting there as you kind of peer up to his face. You could see him just coughing blood and then just kind of almost lazy-eyed looking forward. He just kind of nods at you. Ah, you're awake. That took some time.
What happened? At that, I'm going to, as I rush forward, I'm just going to ask what happened, and I guess I'm in a panic. I'm going to rip up. Go. Uh, uh, sorry. In a panic, I'm going to just kind of like go over him, trying to see everything that's wrong with him, trying to figure out what to do as I'm like very wordly asking him what's wrong. I'm you going to use first I'm going to do is use my old black lightning cloak. First, magicking any and all dirt, germs, any of that regard away, and just using it as a type of tourniquet to at least somewhat stop the blood from if there's any blood. Does that do anything? Oh wait, that
You're using what exactly?
I'm okay. So first thing I'm going to do is while I'm asking Casimir what happened, I'm going to uh, dig into my bag, pull forth my black lining cloak, something that I'm not wearing.
Oh, black
Uh,
linen cloak. Yeah, that's
linen,
all.
sorry,
That's all I needed to know. I just didn't know what you were using. So
and
you're using the cloak to stop the bleeding. That you can roll a medicine check to see if it assists.
okay, go ahead and do that. As I do this, does he respond to my question? And what happened?
Based on your description, you're just kind of ranting. So he's just sitting there. You note the bleeding does not stop, but you put enough pressure on the wound where he seems a bit more relieved, kind of looking at you. What happened? Something changed and shifted. There was a woman, different but familiar. She, well, kind of looking at his wound and kind of opening up pushing aside the cloth or your blood-soaked cloak, you know that just seems like a gaping hole right where his heart is. Let's just say he stole my heart. You could see him kind of apply pressure back and just kind of sitting there. You could see his skin slowly becoming pale.
Okay. Okay. What do I do? At that, I'm going to looking around, kind of in a panic, trying to figure out what to do, and seeing uh the alchemy set behind me. My eyes kind of widen a bit, and then I start to get to work, running to the alchemy set. Uh, as I take out a vial of mist flower and water, I'm going to wait. What?
What happened?
Oh, Lucian is just mad that Casimir is hurt, so I got confused for a second. Okay, back to me. In a panic, seeing as what I was the tourniquet, while helped, didn't uh help as much as I wanted to. I look around in a bit of a panic, trying to figure out what to do. Seeing the alchemy set behind me, I quickly rush over as I get a idea. Uh, Taking out a vial, my own vial of mist flower filled with water, I begin to um, brew a vial of mist flower. As I do this, I'm looking towards Casimir. Casimir, I need you to. Do you have anything that? Do you have anything at all that I could use that could help you? You can't die here.
You see him kind of just head to the side. This in my bag. It's what do you? He just kind of looks up. What are you doing?
I'm brewing mist flower. I've been told that this is a medicinal herb. I was thinking that this could help somehow. You mentioned something in your bag. As I leave the, I guess I'm going to rush over towards his bag as I leave the vial to brew and finish. Uh, what's the word? Finish cooking. Uh, what's in this bag that can
He
help
kind of
you?
he just groans. Uh, in the packet, there's small crushed mushrooms. They're they're called death's growth. Put those in and boil them with the mist flour. Boil it until black, and then give it to me. And he just kind of slides his arm down to his pack, and then just kind of almost slumps over a bit.
At that, I look in his pack and look for the black mushrooms and uh, head back towards the alchemy set and begin to carefully put in the ingredients. And as I wait until it turn to a black immediately, or like
You start to mix the concoction as the mushrooms break down. The liquid starts to become a strange red color. Um, it almost reminds you of a health potion as it's brewing. You know this, but as it bubbles, the red slowly starts to become far more viscous and blacken. As you kind of look around the room, you note that there are several potions on the wall that resemble that consistency and color. As it just kind of sits there, it just continues to boil.
um okay, just somewhere it turned black, right?
Now, it turned red and
Then
continued
black.
to boil. Nope,
Oh,
it
okay.
didn't turn black.
Sorry, I thought. Okay. Then as I'm watching the redness boil away, uh, is Casimir still conscious at this point, or is he still?
He just seems to be kind of. It looks like sleeping. His eyes are just closed, and his head is just off to the side.
Okay, that's not good. Casimir, don't keep your eyes open. You can't fall asleep right now. I
You
kind
can
of
just see him catch himself and look back. Ugh. Uh,
just okay. Okay, tell me about tell me about Patrina as I work on this. Just stay awake, okay?
he just kind of nods at you. Hmm. Uh,
Talk to me.
she was a stubborn girl. She didn't never listen to anyone, especially not her elder brother. Uh, but she always meant well. Never told a lie, at least. Was honest till the end. With that, he just seems to kind of mother off into just kind of gibberish. With that, I'm gonna end your turn.
Okay, does the potion at all turn
It is
still
boiling red.
boiling? Okay. To boil. Okay, okay.
That brings us down here
Okay.
to Seth. Um, so just kind of awakening, you open your eyes to find yourself just kind of standing in a well, not the room you originally were standing in. You just kind of blink a bit and you note facing south to your right, Lady Whitehaven just kind of steers off towards the east. You notice a rather tall, dark-skinned elf just kind of sitting there, a large scar on his forehead, or rather standing there, his hands just clasped gently, and then towards his chest. On his side, you can see a long and curved blade just sitting there. Almost seems to be moving of its own or just rocking a bit as he just looks back towards the lady and then over to you. Uh, mm, well, I see. And who is this? Uh, Whitehaven. You see Lady Whitehaven just kind of glance towards you. Oh, well, yes. Hmm, I'm not actually sure who this is. Who are you?
Um, looking on perplexed. Oh no. Well, he took a deep breath and before saying, "My name is Seth. I'm an envoy of the Raven Queen. Still on task."
You note Rahadin and Lady Whitehaven just glance at each other. Lady Whitehaven just kind of tilting her head. Oh, the Raven Queen. How is she? Still a bitch.
She's doing well. She's very well.
Rahadin just kind of breaking it. I don't care about who you are or where you're from. Whitehaven, what is this? What's the holdup? You know why I'm here. You can see Lady Whitehaven shake her head. I'm bored with everything. You know what? Why don't you talk to Seth? He'll. I'm sure he'll do exactly what I would in this scenario. And with that, you could see her just Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about this. Just kind of walking off. Yeah, there we go. You just note her sitting on a bone throne as Rahadin just kind of walks up to you. Well, out with it.
Very well. Previously, group of associate and I were all locked up in the room. There was 8 of us. We were all planning to go sleep. That includes 2 masked sorcerers, a blonde boy, 2 half elves, and a spider, and the berserker queen as well. Once I woke in, once we all fell asleep, here I am.
You note his face just kind of stupefied. Very well, very well. What does that have to do with anything? Uh, I want to know specifically, how do I see Exanthier? I'm gonna say, yeah.
Is Xanthier. Do I know him, Mr. J, or this is something I did not know?
I don't know. No, you don't know him.
Okay, okay. Um, I do not know who is Xanthier.
It's actually Xanthiner. Exanthiter. Exanthiter. I'm always gonna say his name wrong. Exanthiter. Whatever. Rahadin just shakes his head. Then you're both useless to me. And with that, he opens the door to a brilliant orange glow. These creatures are everywhere.
Turn back to Lady Wyvern. Have something to ask. Well, you guys discussing previously. He seems rather upset.
She just waves her hand. Oh, don't mind him. Don't mind him. You see, that little elf was looking for someone in particular, a lich like myself, but well, the originator of this place. You see, it was he who destroyed the wizards. Uh,
Add on to question. Something where to play. Did he had a flame green skull with his hand popping out in and out?
she just kind of looks at you bizarrely. Oh no, that's strange. Uh, that's hmm, oh, what are you talking about?
Well, I'm surprised he hasn't get blown to bits by fireball by flame skulls. From each point in the direction of the door. As soon as you open the door, you see 15 flame skulls, and the room color green. But as of now, it's going orange. Strange, but well, we did clear them all, but yes, they don't up the that body over there.
You note Lady Whitehaven just kind of looking at you, slowly rising from her throne, and just snapping her fingers as the bones kind of dissipate. Repeat that again, slowly.
Okay. Um, I believe something's wrong around this place. Previously, well, once we dispatched our flame skulls, we destroy skulls and certain charred body. I believe a wizard. Um, and looking past wait a minute. Is this? Do we still the see the burned bodies, the berserkers,
No, there's no bodies.
and subsequent after that, and behind you there should be around there like 7 of them previously, berserkers, and piled up.
No, no. You see her wave her bony hand slowly back and forth. I don't care about that. Tell me more about the green fires and hands.
Ah, yes. I was informed by Ben there was a druid who had a trend glowing about his head. They say it was marked for death, and they simply attack him. With Flame Skull, talk about passivity is not always the answer.
You note
How?
Lady Whitehaven slowly just kind of backing up,
Mhm.
putting her back to the wall and just kind of staring at you. Go on.
Looking towards Lee Raven, what's her expression? Is she like afraid or she's more intrigued or like
Uh,
cautious?
neither. Her expression is completely indifferent.
Mhm. Once dispatched the flame skulls, my associate Bennett touched one of the a staff covered in ice. Once touched, it was branded with a strange symbol.
You note her raising her bony hand as a small green glow, almost an orb of fire, ignites in her palm. Mm-hmm. What else?
Steph's gonna remain quiet and stare at Lee Raven. Then ask what you do with the flame. Um, hmm.
She just kind of looks over to you. Well, I'm not the one you should be asking. You can see her kind of walk to the corner as she gently places her palm against the wall. You note the green flame kind of ignite behind her. You can hear just kind of a rumbling and shaking as the wall kind of begins to erode and just shatter. Crumble, 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 paw, paw, paw. From this, hey, wait a minute, that's not supposed to do that. You stay there. From this, Lucian, you note the wall crumbling as Camden kind of just dusts himself up and rises, ending Steph's turn. You can see him just kind of put his hand to his head, almost kind of a salute to you. Well, uh, there's well, there's my call. He just kind of looks back to you. What was your name again? Ah, Lucian.
It was
He just
Lucian,
kind of
and
smiles.
I remember. Well, I remember where I heard your name from, Saint Camden, if I'm not wrong.
You just kind of see him smile, turning. You know, his eyes lighting up. Oh, hmm. You too have heard the song. Well, can't disappoint my fans. Care to join? He points towards the crack in the wall.
Ah, my curiosity make me love to. There's someone I have to handle first, a friend, named Zeppler, paladin of Argenvost. There's
Yeah.
a bit of a situation with him. Something like, I'm not sure of the specifics, but god, one of the gods of old, seemingly trying to take residence in his body, and I want to see if I can do something about that first, and I just can't leave him there.
Well, I have a bit of a solution for you. If you join me in the temple, I could show you right to where that little god, as you call it, resides. I'm sure it won't be much trouble getting him, well, put away. However, I don't think your friend's gonna fit through such a small little crack. Heck, he just kind of puts his hands on his hips. Looking you over, you probably won't fit either. How about you meet me inside? I'm intrigued by this. I'll help you cure your friend. Um, but mm, I have to say, it's a bit chilly out here, and sure it's chillier inside. It's always warmer with friends. How about I help you with your little friend problem, and you help me with a problem of my own?
Well, surely. And I'll give a I'll give a hand. I'll give a hand to shake. Surely.
Mm. You could see Camden just kind of just walk slowly up to you and kind of slam his hand into yours, giving you a firm shake. Good to meet you, Lucian. I imagine we'll get on splendidly.
I just seemingly nodding my head. I'll go back to the front and find a way to grab him.
No doubt. After I speak with my associate, you've met her before, Lady Whitehaven. After I'm done with that, I'll meet you there. We'll see if we can't get him situated. And with that, he just kind of backs up and nods to you. You can see him just kind of slowly, kind of like just push his body through the wall until he goes out of sight. And this starts Lucian's turn.
Mr. J, question. How you spell Xanther's name real quick? Oh, you can just type in the Discord chat.
How do you spell whose name?
Is that Xanthrum? Is it?
Oh yeah. I don't know how to
Yeah.
say it exactly. It's extanator. It's that.
uh,
Exanth
I'm just gonna put that in Google.
Accidental.
I'm gonna put that in Google. See what it says.
You're
My
gonna
bad.
put it in Google, but then it'll
Oh,
tell you what the character is.
ah,
Literally cheating.
Oh man, admitting to cheating? Wow, how bold.
You guys really like Google NPCs? That's super lame.
no,
I mean, dang,
no,
bro.
not Google. No, I pronounce it. You know, we go to the what you call it.
Oh yeah, just say what
I'm
you want.
not.
It's fantasy. Who cares?
Oh, okay, okay.
What? Looking over Zepla. This what is this current situation looking like? You said a cocoon. He was like in a cocoon of sorts last time.
It's just it looks like a black, shiny black shell is like on top of it. It just looks like he's in like a pod now. Um, it's similar to I don't know if Lucian saw Khan in his shell, but it's similar to that.
Nope, sure
Yeah.
hasn't.
Okay. So it's just a
Yeah.
shiny obsidian. It's the exact same material you see inside the temple, almost like a cocoon or coffin.
Taking a grappling hook, some rope. I'll tie the rope onto the hook. See if I can wrap the around and kind of wrap the rope around this cocoon. Then use the hook, like lock the rope on.
Okay. So yeah, I don't see a problem with that. So just tying as much as you can around it and trying to tighten. You note to the east a strangely familiar sound, kind of a.
Does this sound like the Vrox?
It does indeed, yes.
Hearing like the sound of Vrox, my ears just kind of sharpen up, and then I'll just like hurry along, just kind of hurry along, try to pull Zepla along into the temple.
Go ahead and make a beefy man athletics check as you hoist the rope and grapple with all your strength forward.
Incoming. Now I've got the soup to spare, if need be. I saw the nat 20. I saw that nat 20, man.
So you manage to just drag Zepla to the foot of the entrance as he slides down. You note heavily you have to kind of stop him as you note the glowing orange lights. You can feel the warmth as you just kind of push your back against the this just husk as it's slowly descending the stairs slower and slower as you're slowing it down. Ahead, you can see through the green what looks like Lycoris just kind of standing there, looking towards the west.
Well, taking caution with the cuckoo slit up. Say casket, sure. Taking care with the casket. I slowly slide it down just a bit, taking care, and I'll like use a mirror to kind of peer into like this hall here.
Peering in with the mirror, you note a flaming skull just kind of sitting there about 5 feet off the ground, just floating, peering directly in front of it, and then kind of side to side, just kind of looking over everything.
Kind of shifting the mirror to look through like this hole. I see the same.
Yeah, same thing.
Do they seem to be both looking the same ways at the same time, or like it's alternating?
It's just alternating. They're just doing what they want, but for the most part, they're peering directly at each other across.
How high is the arrow slit again?
5 feet. They go from they start at 5 foot up and they stop about at 8 feet. So it's about 3 feet, almost like a yardstick, basically.
So they start like 5 feet up from the ground.
Yeah.
Right. Just about how tall is the sliding casket of Zeppela?
Um, it's about
Was
3 feet
Go ahead.
in
Yeah,
height.
I was gonna guess that. So taking that, I'll pretty much like get low, like say 4 feet. It's kind of like holding on to like the rope. I guess like a bit of the casket itself. I'll like try to slide down while crouching low.
As you're
Yeah.
doing that, and the casting just kind of starts to slide. At the bottom here, go ahead and just make an athletics check as it kind of just comes down at an angle, hitting you in the back.
No, avoiding that one.
Smooth. You gracefully kind of navigate it and slide it back as you kind of wedge underneath and get it to the ground.
Yeah, just staying low, and trying to avoid the direct side of the arrow slits. I just continue pulling Zeppela upwards. I guess I just end up behind Lycoris.
As you meet Lycoris, you note he doesn't seem to be paying too much attention to you, as he kind of just looks across to the east. From your from the angle you're at, you note Khan just kind of in the distance, staring off, again facing the east. I'm sorry, the west.
So seeing him like focus so hard to the west, I'll like move the right while just like moving Zeppela upwards, just to like get it out from under the slit.
So as you move it, Lycoris notes the kind of sound of it scraping across the ground a bit, um, becoming aware of it.
Well, hey kid, we meet again. I'm sure you have your journeys and reasons for being here, and I have mine. I
Might
won't
I ask
question
why
you, so don't question me.
might I ask why you have a dead body?
You mind
Lycoris,
explaining what exactly you're doing here?
real quick,
Asked first.
Lycoris wouldn't know it would be a dead body. It's just a black cocoon.
Oh, this was casket. My bad.
Uh,
Then yeah, ignore everything.
I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
Oh yeah, ignore that then. Kind of
I'm
looking at you
sorry.
weird.
I'm sorry. One more time. You said what then?
Ignore that. I'm just gonna look at you weird then.
Okay. Just kind of like like we're just ignoring his like glances. I just peering around the corner, and I just saw the wizard and Khan just kind of like, or Khan just started staring to the west in the wizard. Is like facing this way, or is like back turned walking towards that door?
They're walking towards the door.
Kind of feeling a bit of a strain from just pulling Zepla out the outside into the temple, and seeing Khan just following this individual. Just gotta keep an eye off to where and what Khan's doing, and I'll just look over Zepla. That'll be turn.
Okay. This brings us back to Lycoris' turn. As you note, the wizard Sidion and Khan walking towards the door. You again are just met with Lucian kind of dragging a small, or I'm sorry, a rather large kind of black obsidian casing.
Got it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's moving closer to that guy, Sidion. That's his name, right?
Yep.
So it's moving about here to him. Yeah. Might I ask, why are you here?
Sorry, you said why is what?
Why is he here? Well, I'm asking him that.
So as Sidian kind of just unlocks the door, he kind of turns. Why, whatever do you mean? Why am I here? Uh, I am in charge of this place, a curator of sorts, the last remaining of my kind.
I see.
There was two of us, but yesterday my foolhardy apprentice decided to, well, he forgot to turn the flame skull spell off, and they incinerated him. And with that, he just kind of opens the door. You were hit with kind of a strange green glow as he kind of just enters and walks through it.
Hey Khan, that's your name, right? Uh, do you know who's talking about?
I'm sorry, what? I could barely hear you. Raise the pitch of your voice a bit. Do you know who he's talking about? Do you know who he's talking about? Or, oh, Saitan? He is the. Whoa, what the hell? Saitan. Little Xenogears reference, eh? He's the architect of this place. One of his associates fell. One of his associates fell to the flame skull. I assume it's the wizard Vilnius mentioned. Come to think of it, you have not met Vilnius. Can't say I have. Well, give it some time. Anything I should know about them? I don't know how to spell Satan. I'm not the best person to inform you of that wizard. You would have to ask Vilnius. Yes, City. Apologies. Gotcha. End turn. Oh. And that brings us to Khan's turn. Who are you speaking to? I overheard some sounds coming from your direction.
If you mean me, we didn't speak. That got retconned. He only stared at me, and we said nothing.
It's true. Let's see. I overheard. Oh, that was that. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I wish we wouldn't retcon things, but yeah. I must be hearing things then. Never mind. Okay. If you see Lucian, send him my way. Ah, Seth, Madam Whitehaven. Unite, as you kind of look on in the room, you can see a young man kind of flipping through a crack in the wall next to Lady Whitehaven and kind of dusting himself off as he just kind of looks around the room. So this is the temple. Very nice. Amber. Whitehaven, he says as he just kind of walks past her. He kind of leans against the wall, turning and just kind of watching the room. You note Sidian just kind of staring off. Lady Whitehaven, what is the meaning of this? You can see Lady Whitehaven smiling and just kind of shrugging. I don't know. I, I got bored and wanted a little company. You understand, don't you, Archmagus? Or Magus? You note Sidian just kind of looking over towards the boy and back towards Lady Whitehaven, and then glancing towards Seth. A few too many new guests today. I find this all to be a bit problematic. You could see him just kind of whip back his robe and slam his staff forward. So, who exactly are you? He says towards the figure as the figure just kind of waves his hand. You note as the figure waves his hand on his palm, there seems to be a line going down it. As he continues waving it, you note the slit slowly grows as lips kind of form, protruding and just kind of open. As he just kind of looks down at his palm, you could see a tongue just kind of slowly unrolling and falling out of it. He just kind of looks around the room and with his other hand, he just kind of puts it over his face. As you note, just in the back of it, just splitting in half, an eye just kind of pops out and just kind of starts looking around everywhere. Um, the young man just kind of curls a bit and leans back. As the hand goes out, you could see just all along his arm just tattoos and carvings and slashing. As he just twists his hand, you could see the mouth open. Well, I'm here to investigate the temple. Uh, you may call me Camden. Um, my associate, Lady Whitehaven, and I, well, you see, I've had problems in the past, and I found Lady Whitehaven to be interesting enough to solve them in exchange for small gifts, tiny little insignificant things that I've promised along the way, and oh, I've delivered. Have I not, lady? You could see Lady Whitehaven's face becoming kind of pale, actually, almost fearful. Her ever or non-changing expression just kind of curling into something as you could see him just kind of curl up next to her slowly, his hand kind of curling on her cheek, his tongue from his hand just kind of slowly sliding down her face. You could see the green of her just threading and just veins pulsing. The hand kind of crossing, you could just hear, well, Whitehaven. Lady Whitehaven just kind of nodding. You see, he's a special guest. You might want to do what he asks. Well, to be frank, I seem to lose control whenever he's near. With that, you could see her body begin to shake. You note the wizard kind of just looking back and noting what's happening. He just kind of calls up towards Seth. You, get behind me. He quickly kind of rushes forward.
I do exactly that, and Veep.
With that, you note the young man addressing himself as Camden, kind of shaking his head. Removing his hand from his face, you could just see him just look at the ground. Well, I suppose this would be a good time to test it out. You never know when, well, you could see him just kind of peering over. You in the, gaudy robe, uh, exact, who are you exactly? You note Sidian just kind of looking back towards, both, yourself and Seth. Whatever happens, if you need to run away, make sure you close the door behind you. I don't suggest being in this room. You'll most likely be cut in half. With that, you could see Sidion kind of slamming his staff and putting his hand up in front of him, at the staff beginning to glow. As Camden just shakes his head. Oh, well, pity. Couldn't talk it out. You know, diplomacy. Doesn't work. No. Mm. With that, you know, Camden just kind of falling down and sitting up against the wall, leaning back. Fine. I'm going to take a nap then. And once you're done with all, and you just see him raising his hands up, punching both fists against each other, with all this macho spell casting or whatever it is you're doing, we could talk. We'll talk. With that, you know, Camden just kind of leaning his head back and closing his eyes, his lips kind of curling. Oh, yes. Whitehaven, be a dear. You know, Lady Whitehaven kind of crossing her arms quickly and squeezing herself. Oh, if you insist. With that, Lady Whitehaven just kind of approaches. If you had to pick, my dear, would you rather be frozen solid, roasted alive, buried under earth, or, well, I don't know, sliced in half really quickly? I'm not really sure what the last one does. I don't really ever I like fire the most. You note Simeon just kind of shaking his head. Lady Whitehaven just kind of looking towards Khan. Be a dear and pick one. Yes, that's unfortunate, but oh, diplomacy. Mm. You could see her kind of, her body just kind of aching almost. You could just see her gritting her teeth. Forget it. The old favorite, I guess. Fire it is. And with that, you kind of just see Lady Whitehaven kind of whip her arm. Ignessa, come. In front of Lady Whitehaven, just in a blaze of heat, a large creature just kind of builds itself out of fire, staring you down. You can feel just a massive heat and glow just engulf the room. The heat is so quick to just kind of attack you. You almost feel a fire. Um, with that, you note Lady Whitehaven just kind of shaking her head slowly. And that makes us at the perfect time to roll initiative.
Bro, I have no beef with y'all. What the hell? Oh god. Of course, didn't go first.
All of us?
No, just the people who are rolling.
I had no beef with y'all. I swear.
Hey,
Hmm?
that's no fun. All right, all right, all right. There we go. That's better. All right, cool. With that, you note the flaming creature just kind of sitting there. Uh, as it kind of stares off, it seems almost just entranced of sorts. It just kind of floats in the air, just a few feet, just kind of circling and floating. You note that it is completely made of fire, shaped as Lady Whitehaven's just kind of sits on her bone throne and seems to be wiggling her index fingers left and right slowly, humming to herself. The creature kind of just peers over and just immediately just whips its hand forward directly towards Sidion. Sidion bracing, you know the shield going up as the firebolt just kind of hits and explodes, pushing him back a bit. The creature just kind of sets itself, landing at its feet. It just kind of engulfs the area around it, of flame kind of slowly glowing. You note the flame glowing to be rather fierce as it widens its area. Uh, that's too wide, actually, sis. You're gonna have to calm that down a little bit. With that, Sidian kind of just glances back. Run or fight, up to you. With that, Khan's turn.
I don't know if you're speaking, but I typed in the chat. You muted yourself.
Oh, my bad. I was fixing something.
Madam Whitehaven, might we talk about this instead? No need to get our hands dirty.
You note Lady Whitehaven just kind of seems in a trance.
I'll defend you, Sidion, to the best of my abilities. No life is worth abandoning.
He says, slamming a fist to his chest. Let's see. Creating a ring with my fingers, I mother myself. Focus, focus. You've done this before. Complete silence. With a sudden calm over calm. And as the entire area becomes hushed in silence, okay, yeah. So the area is enveloped into silence. You note Lady Whitehaven seems unaffected as she just kind of sits there humming to herself with her eyes closed, wiggling her fingers back and forth. You notice the flaming woman just seems to be sitting there floating just above Lady Whitehaven, staring off towards you. That Sidian just kind of throws his arm back, slamming a staff to the ground. You notice him just kind of waving his hand, kind of looking over. He just shakes his head. "Ah, fine. With that, you could see Sidion slam his staff and twist it. You could see kind of just a white light started emanating from him and glowing around him. Back in your hole, beast. With that, you could see the creature just kind of get swallowed forward and then disappear into just this white light as Sidion just pulls it back into his staff and kind of whips the staff back, looking back towards Lady Whitehaven. You could see her just kind of nodding her head and just kind of looking up. As she looks up, she seems rather confused as she starts looking around. Uh, she goes to speak. You see her mouth move, but nothing comes out as she just kind of sits there. As you see her begin to talk even more, she kind of just slams her arms down on the throne as she whips herself up, casting the throne away and walking forward. You can see her just, her facial expression looks to be angry as she just kind of yells out things towards you, but there's no sound as she speaks. She just starts looking around and then stops, crossing her arms and then shaking her head. With that, Scythian just kind of stares off of her. Listen, Whitehaven, I don't know what's gotten into you, but you know you can't beat me with those tricks. With that, this brings us to Seth's turn.
Okay, now it's in this predicament. Mhm. All right then. All right then. Okay. You can see Seth sprout wings as he begins to flap his wing, with like wings. Birds begin to disperse around the air, covering both Camden himself and Khan. All of us gain extra 5 HP and heal for any 5 HP as well.
I'm sorry, who, what?
Oh, Seth casts aid as he sprout wings and scattered feathers around. As if a touchdown on both Camden, Seth, and Khan both gain extra 5 HP, boosting their endurance.
One more time. Who's getting the heal?
Camden, myself, and Khan heal and 5 extra HP. Permanent 5 HP. Lasts for 8 hours.
And we're sure about this? Sorry, I'm looking at something else. I'm not in Foundry. Yeah, no. You're definitely doing that? That doesn't sound like a great idea.
Mm. I'm gonna redact that then.
Because healing the guy who's trying to kill you doesn't sound
Mhm.
uh
Just redact that. I'm just gonna put on me and Khan. Me and Khan only.
okay. I mean, Arlon. Sorry, I was checking something.
Mhm.
We're putting what on con aid healing.
Yeah.
Toughness. So you both get an additional 5 hit points.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. In that case, we'll click this. We'll do normal. It's 5. You're healed for 5. Wait, I'm confused.
Oh, it adds extra 5 HP. It was like,
Oh, it's extra max. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So max is 55. So temporary health is 5. We'll just do that. That's the easiest way to do it. Temporary health is 5. Okay.
Mhm. So I'm just gonna like is this bear still around? Oh yeah, still there. Gauging, looking at calendar, does he to react to any situation, or you just stand there?
He's taking a
Laying.
nap. He's
Mm,
currently asleep. He's sitting on
okay.
the yeah, he's just sitting on the ground asleep against the wall.
Okay, and looking towards Lady White having expression, she's still seeing pests,
She's
correct?
just yelling. You can't see what she's saying, but she's pretty much just yelling.
Hmm. Is the barrier still protecting both me and Cannon, presume?
What happened?
The barrier that he put up.
It was a shield he cast.
Okay. Am I still in his radius? I can't tell. It's like
It's just a
uh,
shield, so it's the
oh,
spell. It's just like a within his radius. He just put up a bubble wall, basically.
okay. Um, hmm. Seth's gonna just calmly watch the switch unfold and his turn. That'll be turn.
In a rage, you see Lady Whitehaven just kind of wriggling about as she slams her body down into the ground. You could see her strip her robe off as her body kind of lays bare. You see just her body kind of carved in half with flesh and decaying bits, and the other just pure skeleton as her body parts just kind of tear and shred. You could see her just kind of screaming and wriggling or wriggling on the ground as her body parts spread, and then she slowly just kind of almost melts into the ground. You note on the ground there just seems to be kind of a trembling, as from it you just notice bones just kind of spring up. With this brings us. Actually, we're going to stop here for a second. While this is going on, in happenstance and misfortune, there's a bit of a breather happening as we head back to our friendly neighborhood, Jotun, down in Spider Town. Jodian Spider Town. Jodian Spider Town. It's Jodian Spider Town. With this,
Yes.
the feeling of skeleton still on your mind, you note the smell is pretty bad, but you're no longer hallucinating. What do you do?
What? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I cannot hear you. You need to eat your microphone.
Oh, I did not catch that.
You are sitting there smelling the stanky stank air, but you're no longer hallucinating that the skeletons are trying to kill you, at least.
Okay. You said I think you said the skeleton was kind of like reaching for something when it like got up. Do I kind of see what it was like reaching for?
I was reaching for you.
Okay. Do any of the other skeletons kind of seem like they're like going to move or anything like that?
No, you also note that the skeleton that attacked you is just laying there.
Okay. I'll kind of continue on down the hall.
I can't hear a word you're saying. I need you to eat your mic some more.
I'll continue down the hall.
As you round the northern bend, you note another torch lighting up. Ahead of you, two double doors seem very strange. They seem to be large, just wrought iron black metal doors. You note they look fairly standard. There's hinges and locks, as well as handles and just kind of bars locking, almost a security gate of sorts. It looks to be depicting something of art with a wolf's head and two what look like demonic heads next to the wolf, kind of emblazoned upon the door with stakes going through each of their heads and just kind of going down the gating of the door, spreading down to the center and kind of sprawling out to the front. It almost looks like the door was built to keep something in. You're not sure what it opens to, but based on the way it looks, it doesn't seem like something you're very intrigued about finding out about.
Hmm. Kind of slowly going towards the door. Do I hear anything from the other side?
Nothing but a clear silence.
I'll kind of crawl up the door and then kind of tap on it. Does anything like respond or no?
No, with just a ting, 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 you note the door is incredibly dense and thick. As the tapping does nothing more but almost annoy your feet a bit.
Um, does it appear locked or is it locked?
It is very much locked and heavy. You can't really get your legs into the keyhole to fiddle around, and it doesn't seem like something that's going to be very pushable.
Hmm. I'll kind of step away from the door for now and kind of go back towards the hallway. Um, and then I'll kind of just loop around over here.
As you kind of come around the corner, you get kind of hit with a whiff. You get a bit off kilter. Go ahead and make a Constitution save for me. You feel kind of sick as you kind of come forward. You kind of hear a crackling as you see a light in front of you burst open. You kind of get offset by the nauseousness as you see two skeletons just kind of rush at you. Go ahead and roll for initiative. With that, I'm going to end your turn here because that's going to lock you into actual combat. This brings us back to Kester within the infinite room of possibility. Go ahead and roll initiative.
I
This definitely starts you. And you're hidden, and you're currently hidden, and you're currently hidden. With that, you look on as you just know that the bolt kind of just striking into you, but funnily enough, you just kind of felt the explosion and kind of tilted back as you find yourself kind of stuck. You see a girl kind of just standing over you, just kind of pushing up on you, and kind of with a crooked smile, almost seemingly vicious. Her eyes yellow like a cat. She just kind of glares. All right, time to answer questions, idiot. Who are you, and why is your stupid clown face in this gaudy temple?
I guess I've thought enough to talk now.
You're just now suddenly able to talk.
Oh, lovely. So just kind of smiling back. Evening. Nice to meet you. Name's Kester. I'm here in the temple to well, for a lot of reasons really, but mostly with a couple of friends, a couple of guys.
You note the girls kind of looking at each other and then looking back. You could see the one with white hair just kind of nodding. Yeah, that's fucking great. That's not what I asked. What are you here
Oh,
for?
oh, me? Uh, information.
Mm,
The specific reason was to undo a curse, but I've the place has really grown on me, so I'm kind of just looking around, trying to find more information, looking for eyes, stuff like that.
you note the girls just kind of looking back to each other. The girl with the white hair just kind of nods. Yeah, great. Yeah, fucking eat them. Who cares? You could see her walk away. Tell you do that weird vampire shit that you do.
Well, that's
Uh,
just rude.
with that, you note the girl with the white hair snapping her fingers. You just kind of fall back and kind of pace yourself. What do you do?
Yeah, anyway, I could convince you to not do that.
You note the girl Zelia just kind of staring at you, her eyes glowing. She seems rather happy to fulfill wishes as she just kind of stares. No, I'm afraid I'm gonna tear you limb from limb. Ooh, it makes me a little excited. Uh, Is that okay? You can see the other girls kind of shaking their heads. It doesn't fucking matter. Just eat them.
Yeah,
She just
not
kind of
really my
nods.
thing. Yeah? As I do that, a scorching ray just like projects from my palm. Actually, no, wait, lies. I blow a poisonous mist at them. I cast poison spray just directly in front of me. Yeah. Oh, Constitution save if you please.
You know that as your spray kind of explodes, all three of the
Oh,
girls just kind of smile at you
oh,
as they just kind of giggle and laugh. You just kind of see them vanish.
lovely.
As this is happening, you note three small black cats kind of just going meow as they just appear and just kind of float in the air as the spray hits.
Oh,
You note the one cat just kind of meow meow as it circles in the air and laughs as the splashing hits the others and sprays forth.
interesting. Yeah.
You notice both cats kind of exploding
Oh
as
no.
you just kind of see in a puff the two girls kind of pop out of the air. One of them landing on her butt, hooded. She just kind of nods. "Ah, what an idiot. Well, I guess it's gonna be fun this time at least." She just kind of looks up as the other cat just kind of sits there.
Oh,
Back to you.
cats? Oh, a buddy of mine was talking about cats a while ago. Name's Bennett. I don't know if you know him.
You notice both girls look at each other as the cat in front of you just kind of bursts. You could see small bats kind of just appear as they collapse into each other, and the vampire just kind of lands and glares at you. Ooh, but Bennett, as she kind of rushes at you, she immediately grabs her arm around your throat. Go ahead and make a deck save for me.
Oh, lovely. God. Dex saving throw. Go. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. Please fuck me.
Ending your turn, she kind of grabs your throat and lifts you off the ground, beginning to choke you. The other girls kind of just quickly get around you. You know, one of the girls, oh, I'm sorry, you know the girl holding you, Zelia, as they've called her, kind of just begins to squeeze your throat. You could feel your just kind of windpipe slowly collapsing as it becomes harder and harder to breathe.
What do you know about Bennett?
One of the buddies I came in here with, that I just said that.
She just kind of slowly turns her head.
Bennett doesn't have friends.
Yeah, well, he does now.
You note the girl looking to the others. The girl with the white hair just kind of shakes her head. Fuck it, put him down. The vampire just kind of throws you back prone.
Oh, wow.
As you lay on the ground, she kind of approaches you, as the others do as well.
Oh, charmers, the lot of ya.
You could see them all put one hand out above your body, kind of all their hands collapsing on each other. You see at the pit, as you look up, just a massive glow going orb forming in the palm of their hand, directly facing you. The girl with the white hair just shakes her head and peeks down. All right, idiot. Here's what I want to know. What do you know about Bennett? You could see her whip her other hand back as it shuts the door and locks it closed.
What do I know about Bennett? Not too much. We've been traveling for like a week or so. He has a weird mask. He got cracked a few days back. It was quite tragic, It was a really nice looking mask. He came into the temple with us because he got cursed or some shit. It was entirely my fault, by the way, and we got separated when we went to sleep in the temple. I know, horrible idea. Yeah, we were warned already. Anything else you want to know? Or he was also talking about something about how he used to own cats or something.
You could see them just kind of staring at you.
Yeah.
With that, you know the orb kind of releasing from their palm and slowly lowering as they raise it. You could see just above your body, about a foot above, is just an almost clear glowing orb.
Oh, that
As
better not hurt.
the girl with white hair just kind of crouches down, squatting next to you. Okay, that sounds like our boy. So you said he's in the temple with you, huh?
Yeah. I don't know where you got separated from, but I was about to, get back to him when I was so rudely frozen and then strangled. It was quite dramatic.
She just kind of nods. Yeah, champ, that sucks. You're gonna die, by the way. But on the upside, we'll probably use your body for something really cool when we get back home. Sorry, but you're kind of
Not very
lame.
interested in dying right now.
They kind of just both nod their heads as the one in the hood kind of just puts her finger into the clear orb as it slowly becomes black.
I'm afraid you don't get the choice. You're a bit of a, well, like Sister said, you're lame.
What the fuck? Wow, you guys are just fucking monsters, aren't ya? Just kind of swinging my cane around, just attempting to trip the one attempting to fiddle with this orb. Hmm. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Where's my cane? There's my cane. Alright, what we got, buddy boy? Fucking every time I want to not die.
So she just kind of kicks your cane away on the floor next to you. As she just kind of looks around, you can see the girl with the white hair just still squatting next to you, shaking her head. All right, fuckwad, that wasn't very bright. You have any other tricks you want to do before we murder you? I mean, we could do this
Oh,
all night.
I have a few as I pull out the dagger. And just kind of like swing it at the orb. I wonder what'll happen if I do that. I guess let me get that. She, please be better. That's a little better.
Piercing into the orb, you just see it kind of explode in just a black, just void, completely knocking everything around you out and blacking you along with everybody else in the room out, ending everybody's turn. And yeah,
This is a fun knife. I like this knife. I really like it.
This brings us to Bennett back in the rubble. Everybody else is kind of, doing what they do. You approach the steps with Grandmaster Stolt as, well, you don't know, but you should know. Um, as you approach the top of the stairs,
I can't see anything.
yeah, I'm sure you can't, man. You note the maester kind of surprised looking on and fixing his glasses, trying to figure out exactly what's happening. Uh, you note kind of a rumbling happening in the room to your right as you face south. You kind of see Lycoris kind of just skulking as you also note from the location, you could see Lucian as well, dragging what seems to be a black, just large black, almost egg of obsidian. You're not really sure what it is or what's going on. You could see Stolt just kind of looking towards the room and just rushing into it. Oh dear, oh dear.
Well, the guy who's almost 3 feet runs so damn fast. I guess looking over to Lycris and then like past him to Lucian, I'll just look back to Lycris. Do you have any idea what's going on with that? Uh, Lu- Lucian, what are you dragging behind you?
Bennett. You're at least in one piece.
As much as I can be after having my back shredded by Eldritch Blast.
And as for this, it's blow right now.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
From it's Zepla. From what Whitehaven said, some kind of way to get this situation solved. And from what we know from well, something inside of him is trying to take over, and the thought of well, mind-controlled Zepla by some unknown god just walking Barovia free as ever, that doesn't sound good. Either I have to figure something out to get it out of him now.
Do you at least have an idea?
Well, well, a piece of an idea. Something have to do with those gods sealed on the bottom floor, top right passageway of the temple. I was thinking I'd ask Whitehaven more about that.
Uh,
As
okay.
things stand, if I figured if having the chance to get outside the temple, as me and Khan were placed out after I got separated, I wouldn't have another chance to get him.
Right. was I
Where did you end up after we all separated?
down on the first floor, and I ended up meeting someone who knew me.
And speaking of meeting people, well, I found what broke through that, well, the temple itself in that crevice. A certain Saint Camden.
I'm sorry, repeat that one more time.
Speaking of meeting people, I met
No, no, no.
who,
I heard the the name.
Saint Camden.
The the paladin from Argynvost ripped a hole in the cage of gods. You know how outlandish
Oh,
that sounds, right?
surely, but nonetheless, goes by Camden. And there's only one Camden I know. Oh, by my assumptions, he's in the room where the fissure was. But you can ask him yourself if you like. This is a lot heavier than it looks.
Right.
So is this sorry? So as this is happening, you both hear just for Lucian, a familiar voice just kind of going, That's pretty accurate, actually. I like this one. He's pretty clever. As you both kind of look, you note Camden just kind of sitting there against the railing, just kind of scratching his head, and looking at his arm. He looks around just for a bit. Hmm. What's in the coffin? Oh, is that your friend? Hmm.
Oh, yes, the one I want something to something out of.
Mm. Well, I'm glad I got here in time. Looking towards Bennett and just kind of giving you a genuine smile, he just goes, "Put her there, friend." Raising his hand up to you from his sitting position. He seems to want to shake hands. The name's Camden. The saint thing is more of well, it's a bit of a song, actually.
Uh, hi. As he just puts his hand out.
You can feel a quick grip as he just kind of grinds his hand slowly, just shaking. Lovely, lovely. Uh, Bennett, right? Ah, pity what happened to the mask. I liked it.
What, you you know me?
Oh, of course. He just kind of waves his hands. Galleon adventurers, gallivanting around Barovia, all for the grand, well, the young master. Of course I know you. You're famous. You and your merry band of adventurers. Mm. I've been watching you for quite some time. Quite interesting, your escapades.
I'm just gonna look back to Lucian, just silently kind of looking between him and Camden. It, you're okay, so you're the guy who came all the way from Argynvost, if I have that part right. Same Camden.
You could just see him nodding. Exactly. That was years ago, though. It's been 400. You could just see him rubbing his chin. A lot changes in Barovia, but that's me. But that was an idealistic phase. I didn't know what I was doing back then. Things just seeped out. Now I'm quite content and very level-headed. So, what are we doing here? You don't want to go towards the. I guess you might want to if you want to help your friends. I mean, she's going to be a little angry. Mm, uh, the western annex is under construction. If you look in there, you'll note your friends are slowly being murdered by Lady Whitehaven. Uh, Seemingly enough, the worst thing to do with that woman is to try to shut her up. Mm. Just makes her intolerable. Anyway, yeah, you guys should probably go help them out. I'll just hang around here if you need me. Let me know. Let me know. I'll keep an eye on your friend.
I need 1 second. Someone's knocking at my door.
Works for me. Uh, oh, I forgot to mention this golem that just starts like hauling ass down the hallway.
Oh, I did not see that at all on my screen. It just like, holy shit.
I just come back to see like a bugging statue.
Yeah,
just from
you
what
just
the
saw it. Yeah,
fuck?
you certainly just saw what I just saw.
One of the amber golems just like rushed through the room into the western annex.
Oh, come on, bro.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Well,
That's back to Bennett.
Uh, I I think if I try to pick apart everything that's going on right now, I'm gonna get a migraine and a half. Uh, Camden, nice to meet you. I have to go help out with the whole friend slowly dying thing.
Yeah. Go on ahead. It'll be great. I'm sure y- you'll only burn about two of her big ones before she feels bad about the whole thing. Who knows?
Right. Uh, Lucian, when you're, I guess when we're done, we'll come back for you and the cat. That, I, Christ. As he just starts walking towards the room.
You note as you kind of turn and start going away, Cam just goes, oh. Lucian noting and look Lycurus noting him waving his hand in the air. Wait a minute, I forgot. Hey, Bennett, right? Uh,
Yeah.
can you figure out a way to distract that wizard for me? That Sidion guy. I don't trust him.
Uh, sure.
Thanks, I appreciate it. He just kind of nods to you with his eyes closed.
So I guess as I enter the room, I'm gonna just stop for a second. Looking at my hand, the mark is still there, right? You're also muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is still branded into your hand.
So I guess walking around the golem, making sure to like keep somewhat of a distance from it with what little space I have to move. I'm gonna just look at what's going on.
With that, you note just kind of a bevy of skeletons just slowly kind of crawling their way towards, or not crawling, but marching their way towards the group with swords and bows in the back row. You note that the golem came kind of rushing in here and is now just arms kind of back, fist looking towards the skeletons as the a rather tall, slender gentleman, if I could point this out real quick, kind of just stands there, kind of looking over the skeletons and looking back to the golem as you see both Seth and Khan just kind of dealing with the situation, and Grandmaster Stolt just kind of standing there, just slamming his staff down. Oh, this is no good. This is, oh boy, uh, Archmagus, what is this? You could see Scythian just kind of looking down. Holt, this is no time for this. You're either going to help me with this or you can give me a lecture later, old man. Either way, uh, I'm busy. With that, you could see Holt kind of just looking back to you, or I'm sorry, Stolt looking back to you, just kind of shaking his head. Well then, Bennett, I imagine Rahadin has gone further in. You note City and kind of nodding. Aye, Rahadin went towards the north. You could still catch him if you'd like. No worries here. Skeletons are simple for liches. He just kind of shakes his head.
Right. So, I guess as I like walk closer, I'm gonna look over City and is. I'm not sure if I'm like thinking of the same person because my brain is like clocked for some reason. Like looking over him, is there anything in particular that like sticks out?
About Sidion?
Yeah.
Not in particular, no.
All right. So I guess still looking over him, does he have like the does he have the, any marks on him similar to what I have on my hand?
You don't know anything physically on him that you see. No.
Uh so I guess with that I'll look to Stolt and Sidion and just nod. I'll look over to Seth and I'm not even sure if I can look to Khan because the golem's in the way. But I'll look towards those two and just go, just listen to these two. They should keep you safe. I'm trying to figure everything out right now. So I'll go towards the north door.
Yeah, I don't trust that guy.
Well, he seems to know the guy who taught me, so if anything, he's trying to keep you alive.
Are you opening the door, or are you just gonna end your turn there?
I'm opening the door.
Okay. As you open the door, you are met with two flaming skulls that are just kind of sitting there, staring at, well, burnt corpse. You actually note the corpse isn't all that burnt, and familiar as it is, you know that to be the corpse of Vilnius, the apprentice mage who you recall just one evening ago was hiding out with Lady Whitehaven in the lecture hall. You don't know anything with his body, but the flaming skulls have know that you're opening of the door, and they're kind of just sitting there, 5 feet in the air, just kind of staring back at you. And well, they're not feeling the greatest right now. So with that, we're gonna end the session here. But before we end the session, roll initiative, would you?
All of us?
Hey, I'm
No,
counting.
man, not like you'd be on here. You're not in an initiative state yet.
Okay, everything is like we. I'm trying to like comprehend this shit. So, yeah. So I don't think we went. Part of me is starting to think we just got like knocked into another instance.
Yeah, I got knocked out like 20 seconds ago.
Well, yeah, because you decided to start cussing out the 3-on-1.
What you mean, cussing?
You start. You were. Don't tell
I
me,
did nothing.
dog.
What do you
Every
mean?
second you had, you were just being like, you were just throwing everything back at them, and that
I
was
don't know what
definitely
you
not
mean,
helping
bro.
you.
They were pissing me off.
They were pissing you off, but in a situation where someone's pissing you off and they have your life in their hands, I don't think
Like, I
that's something.
didn't even say anything bad.
Mr. J.
every
No,
word you
I was
said
trying
was
to-
bad.
I'm trying to buff this guy right here.
Yo, hitting them with the king special is saying stuff bad, man. I don't know.
That was very funny, though. That was very funny.
I-
But they were also trying to kill me. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't about to die.
I'm
Is
trying
this
to put
session
everything
over?
together. Yeah, it's over.
Just a question, like I just wanted to address the party, right? Out of character speaking, right? Why does a saint, quote unquote, have black tattoos and converses with a lich? That is
Because it's a part of the song.
He's evil. He's literally
that is
evil.
not a saint, bro. I do not buy it not one bit.
Wait,
I
wait,
mean,
what?
he's not a
Wait,
saint. It's all a part
No,
of the
no.
song.
Here's the thing.
Well, the Bible does
The
say
saint was a part of the song. That, and if you
Yeah.
take into account, it was 400 years ago for him. Like he's a whole different person now.
Where does it ever say
Like-
saints can't do that stuff? Like that's
So, like,
never
since
written anywhere that saints can't do X things outside of like sex.
I know, but since the temple got like reset, right? Here's what I'm thinking. We're back in time where I don't know who these people are, but I'm guessing they're like these random wizards, whatever. But the guy who just busted in, right? Why would he bust in? Right? He obviously doesn't belong there. He didn't want to be seen. So I'm guessing either he's the client Lady Whitehaven told us about previously, right? You know,
Either.
the lich. Either he's the lich, or he's just some random fodder character. But I'm pretty sure that's the lich.
No, no,
The contractor wasn't a lich.
The character that who Lady Whitehaven
Yeah,
becomes.
Lady Whitehaven's contractor isn't a lich. It is likely him.
He's probably
yeah.
the necromancer that was talking to us a lot a few sessions ago.
That's him.
Yeah, that's why I.
With the waving hands and the tongue.
Yeah,
that's
why I.
It's literally him.
But yeah, we didn't go back in time. I think we entered another instance because there's no way we went back in time and Vilnius is dead.
Yeah,
Well,
we can go back in time. Another parallel universe.
Yeah.
We definitely got shot into another instance, so I don't know. Like
Shit.
that,
Also,
and like
you
apparently
didn't
we're
see-
popular. Since when was that?
Also, you didn't see a single berserker.
That too.
That too. And I did ask about that. It was like there was no bodies in the corner. I'm like, okay.
Like we got shot.
Yeah.
We got shot into another like parallel, and I'm like thinking, wait, when we leave this temple,
Brand new
like
reality,
I'm-
yeah.
I fucking hate
Uh,
Bennett's cats, bro.
bro, I don't even know. I feel like
Bro,
most of that was
fucking
your
cats
fault.
Suck, bro. What
I
you
mean,
mean?
most of that
Name
was
a
your
single part of
fault.
that was my fault. Name a single part that was my fault.
You cussing
Go
out the
ahead.
people that had you beat within an inch of your goddamn life.
What did I say?
You guys are
That-
fucking rude over and over.
Yeah, you are rude. What do mean?
You don't say that shit to someone who's holding a knife to your throat.
Also important.
Rude.
Also important. How does Aunt Golem knows where to go at the right spot and time?
You said what?
How does this dude Aunt Golem knows where to go at the right spot? I just want to know, like,
I'm assuming like the golems we ran into were corrupted at the time. Like they were just attacking anything. Because this guy doesn't give a fuck about us. It's focusing on the necrotic threat. Not
okay,
us.
thank God. Oh,
So
okay,
the ones
yeah,
we ran into were probably corrupted. This one is probably like a pure one. I don't know.
Why the
how
corrupted ones look so much cooler? Yo, man, like these Anubis statues. It was so cool.
Yeah, it's cool till he runs you over football style.
I mean, yo, just dodge.
Or sends you
Don't get
flying
shot.
across a room.
No, no, no,
Don't
no,
get
no, no, no,
tackled.
no. Yeah,
Don't get
Isaiah's
that.
right. Isaiah's right because unlike the previous one, it had green little wired siren, which green is supposed to be Whitehaven. So obviously Whitehaven something to do with that shit. So obviously,
I don't think it's Whitehaven. It's just necrotic
What?
in general.
I mean, I
Because
don't-
here's the
yo,
thing:
yo,
the
yo,
green
it's
flame
always
skulls weren't
Whitehaven.
under her control.
Wait,
Remember
hold,
that.
hold, hold. I got a wilder idea. Hold up. Yo, check
Alright.
it. Yo, what if it's just color green? Just because it's color green.
Oh my fucking god. Shut up.
Like, I'm just
Oh,
saying,
shut
the
up.
natural color.
Oh my god, shut up.
It just means Jake pulling out legs. It doesn't mean really shit. It just means nothing. Oh god, yeah.
At this point, I'm pretty sure green is just like the necrotic color, where like that's
I mean-
everything's going with. Because like it was the flame skulls, it was mainly the necromancer, I think. It also has to do with Whitehaven being a lich.
Yeah,
Like
and
I
the
think,
and the same necromancer back in the Argos, the lantern thing.
yeah, I think all around it's just like necrotic energy.
No.
It's
it was
it's
hell.
definitely more than that, but right now
No,
that's like where my mind is like circling it.
No, his was yellow. Never mind. His was more yellowish green. It was like the emerald green. Hold up.
Well, here's the thing. If it was under her command, why would she be afraid of it, like, busting into, like, the safe room a couple of sessions ago?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's not under her command. It's definitely not.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Ember Golems were absolutely not controlled by Whitehaven in any way,
Hmm.
shape, or form.
Hmm.
But I don't know, man. That blue one's red. What color is red? Blood. You know what's associated with blood? Strahd. It's under Strahd's command.
No, my fucking shut up. Oh God, shut up. Oh God, shut up.
Like,
Uh,
like
You know what made
you
it
know
yo.
blue
what?
is
Like
orange. We don't know what color
it's
orange
red,
turns
and
to.
you know what
Go.
else is red? Blood. And you know who likes blood? Strahd.
Jesus Christ.
A
So,
lot of things like blood.
oh god.
You
I
know who
mean,
likes blood? Strahd.
I'm a
yo, watch say this straw you comes out, bitch, slap you for saying that shit.
I'm gonna be
He
complete.
appears. Yeah, he appears
The
out of a portal, slaps you, and then goes away.
Yeah.
fuck
Yo,
you mean?
Like
does anybody have like a question or something? Because I'm about to go like get my
Yes,
cat
yes,
litter and
yes.
stuff.
I was
Wait,
trying to
guy. Quick
buff
question.
this guy, the wizard, not the other. I realized his name. I said the wrong name. I
You
should
know,
buff um.
Yes, I know. That's why I
Simeon.
stopped you.
Oh,
It goes back to me saying the same thing a bunch. Learn characters and shit. Like
Hmm.
that's
okay,
it. I mean,
okay.
it's not the worst. Like
Hmm.
the best you could do is ask questions. Because if I would have taken you at your word, I would have just healed Camden, and but I would have done something else. But I didn't feel like doing it because I figured you just didn't understand who you're saying.
Hmm.
for
In the
assisting the
future,
intruder.
not going to
I
do
didn't know.
that. Not going to like DM assist. It's kind of lame.
Understandable.
But to make it easier for you, I guess I'll update his token so you can see his name if he's introduced himself to you, which is more work, but eh.
right now I'm just trying to like fit everything together. What else?
Yeah, same. I'm trying to piece stuff together. I totally forgot Saint Camden was a person. Like
Just not
completely.
worrying about this person.
I mean, yeah, you weren't here during the Argon boss.
We had like a couple of notes from him and a couple stuff like saying he was going towards the Ember Temple, I think, to become a lich, to
Yeah.
bring back someone he loved. I think it was Iris, her name?
No, Eola something. I
Eola.
like posted it in chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Eola. He was coming back to revive his love, but apparently this Camden we're meeting was 400 years after the notes we found in the fall of Argynvost, which I guess he's just a
It's
totally different person.
Eolia.
Eolia. That's it.
Gotcha.
Oh shit, and that reminds me, I need to fucking catch up to an axe about the scales and bones, like that shit.
Burdock mushroom. Nah, bro. What? Yo, how did you like
And
misinterpret death's growth?
Murdoch mushrooms, wait, what?
Like that, man. Death's growth.
What?
How did you hear Murdoch mushroom?
Huh?
What?
Wait, and I'm pretty sure the first time you typed it out, like, you had it right. Didn't you?
Nah, Zion, you gotta explain that one. Hold up.
Potion currently on the burner was becoming something similar to what was on the shelf. A black. Nope. The potion resembled a a red healing potion, which you saw on the shelf with the same consistency. The bubbles were turning black as it was boiling slowly. The potion itself is still not black. Next session, we're just going to start with you.
I don't
Also,
even know.
stop overthinking everything. Just do what your character would do. Like, that shit's mad, like, exhausting. You guys overthink too much.
No, bro, that play right there was supreme underthinking, right?
I
Like,
mean, you guys don't spend much time on turns either. Like, people whose turns are really long, it's only because they're usually typing. People who don't type, your turn shouldn't be so short, man. Like, you guys should spend more time trying to figure out what the fuck's going on before it like destroys you.
Mm.
And
Because as much as you guys like cry about being afraid to die, you really don't act like it. You shouldn't act like it, but you act like in a weird way. You don't, like some of you do, but some of you just like run into things. It's weird.
When I met Camden, I went so deer in the headlights. It was like, man, I know there are more questions I gotta ask, but I don't want to like actually just take 10 whole minutes to gather my thoughts.
I mean, yeah, that sucks, but you could also just tell me, can you come back to me? I want to ask a question. So I want to think about the question. Like, I don't mind doing that.
I'm gonna start doing that.
I want to figure out why my entire, like, the cats are here, Dean's here, like, the Grandmaster's here, and I'm assuming Grandmaster knows Sidion, so he knows me, and then I'm just like, I don't know, I'm trying to, like, did Rahadin brought all of them?
You want to come down to get your cats, or you want me to drag them up to you? Like, I'm just wondering, because like, I don't know if my con is gonna wake me up early or not, but I'm just wondering.
I'm gonna be honest. If they somehow figure out where I am, I expect them to drag your corpse to me.
Nah, bro. No, listen. I'm definitely waking up first.
Like,
because if I'm not waking up first, bro, that means they have already killed me and used my body for weird experiments, and it's I don't want to think about that.
But I'm honest, like, Christ, if he didn't immediately like come over to help you guys with this like undead fight, like I would probably be hitting up with 110 questions.
Lovely.
Because apparently this guy, I can only imagine that he's taught me. Since Rahadin's not good at magic, but I know magic, so it has to be from him. And then I'm trying to think why, like, the others had to come by themselves, because I don't imagine Rahadin would, like, pull an entire group with him. Or would he? You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just get the notebook and start jotting down questions.
Oh yeah, they were trying to get into that door over there.
Cool. If that's the case, I'm gonna be out then.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
I wonder what was behind that door they were trying to get into. Well, it's a shame that they'll never be able to tell me because I'm going to murder them.
Please don't murder.
How about you just focus on dashing away?
Like, not a chance. Not happening.
Oh my god, bro! You know there's 3 of them, and you only got 1 attack.
If you dash away,
listen to me. If I wake up before them, bro, I'm gonna put them all in the cart, tie them up.
You're gonna move them, and then they'll wake up, and you're gonna get folded.
Nah, bro.
What you should do, all right? What you should do, if you wake up
What?
first, dash upstairs, follow the
Nah,
noise,
bro,
go find the rest of us, and the moment they see us, hopefully they won't want to murder all of us.
No, listen,
Especially
I'm
since
a
apparently
fucking...
they know something about me, all right?
Oh no!
Listen, I'm a hyper genius, bro. Come on, listen.
If Kester wants to like commit suicide trying to get revenge on these girls,
What do you mean revenge? Hold on, what you doing? What makes you think I'm getting revenge on these girls? I have nothing against these girls except that they're fucking rude pieces of shit. But, you know, I can overlook that.
No, you can't. You called it out so many times. You cannot
suicide attempting to continue associating with them. There.
Listen to me. They wanna find Bennett. I'll take them to Bennett. Then everyone will live happily ever after.
Dog, I'm sorry, but that sounds type stupid. But okay, man.
No, I got this.
I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is with the cats in the first place.
I don't know. What is associated with the piece of shit cats?
I don't know my own goddamn. Do you think I know about this shit? I am as blind as you.
It's more backstory, so honestly, if you studied, you'd already know what's going on.
Why couldn't you just get thrown into your fucking cats?
Well, I'm sorry. Something caught me on the road to wherever the fuck I was going, beat me the fuck down, and erased my memory.
What a cliche plot point.
Hey, bro, come on, man. Like, why can't you just wake up in my position?
No. Caster, shut up, because I'm going to address you scene, all right? The moment you get your guns back is when you can have freedom. Anyways, moving on.
Ooh.
I can fix that in 5 seconds. You can't get your memory back because you're a bitch baby. But yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you.
Wait,
Hold on.
Anyway, have a nice night.
No, you don't get to leave, bitch. Come back here. See, that's why your guns got taken away. That's why your buckshot illegal. That's why God came down and smacked you for it. That's why you firing nothing but blanks in the sheets and in the streets.
Damn, why was he spitting?
Yo, run the thing where you can get your memories back. I can get my gun back on a short rest. Oh.
All right. You know what? You firing blanks anyways, Chief. You ain't never gonna graduate. Drop out.
Oh my God. What is this? Why y'all warring like this? I'm out here just trying to like not be dead, but y'all niggas.
I'm just imagining if someone like popped in, heard that, and they were just like, "Whoa, what kind of session is this? What the fuck? Wait, what in the hell?"
Oh my God! Oh, fuck.
But
this is like hyper whack, bro. Like you and your goddamn cast just comes.
I don't know.
Bangs the shit out of me.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember having the cats, right? But if this is, but those three are who I think they are. 2 of them don't like me. One of them is apparently apparently someone I grew up with. That's all
it's
I know.
Lil Miss Submissive. I already can guess it. It's Lil Miss Submissive.
I don't think
it's 100%. It's 110%. That is the one that you are okay with. Lil Miss Submissive, the vampire.
Which one? Because I remember because there's 3 of them. You need to tell me which one's eyes. Because I remember seeing a cat with green eyes when it popped up.
Green one. The one with the fangs, the one that doesn't have yellow eyes, the one without the hood. The green one. The one that looks half dead. The one that takes orders from the 2 pieces of fucking shit. You know that one?
I mean, to be completely honest, the moment you mentioned my name, she didn't seem like she was taking orders no more.
I don't know about that one. I feel like they all mutually wanted to see you.
Nah, they wanted to see me, but the moment you mentioned my name, she sprung out, grabbed you, and held you up by your throat. I don't think they gave her the cue. They just seemed to go, "Oh fuck, here she goes again," and followed along.
Lovely. I hate them all. Bro, there was no way I was about to salvage that situation, bro. The second I popped out, they straight up pulled up, gangbanged the shit out of me, right? Then they started asking questions.
They were just like, no. You mentioned my name. First thing that happens is you get choked. And I'm just sitting here oh, okay. So he's not gonna fight the 3 that know me. They're gonna fuck him up.
What you mean they gonna fuck him up? Not on my life.
Dog, you was getting your shit rocked. You was admitting it too.
There is no way that shit was about to go up. I was not about to come out of that situation without fighting them. Straight up on job. Yeah. And you know it.
Right now I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, because I got the Grandmaster, the 3 cats, my dad is in the other room, God knows what he's doing right now, probably trying to meet whoever the fuck. There's City on here, who probably knows my teacher, who probably knows me by default. I don't know, because he didn't seem to give a fuck. He seemed to have known I was Radin's boy. He was just yeah, you can go see him over there. So he knows me, and I'm just sitting here wait, okay. You all know me. Why you are all here at the same time Radin's here? Did he bring y'all? Because that doesn't seem like it. And then before they were walking up the stairs, I tried to use my tendrils. One of them popped out, started meowing at me, and disappeared. So I'm only assuming they were trying to find me. I don't know how or what that was supposed to do, and why they turned into cats in the first place.
Oh no, but I'm just trying to figure out what to do with them after they wake up, and I don't just want to run away. Dog. That right there is how you lose out on unlimited power.
Dog, here's the thing, right? I don't think they could offer you anything but trying to rip your throat out. There is
Yeah,
no power to be
that's
found.
fun. Anyways, I'm going to bind them. I'm going to bind them. Bind Miss Vampire at the fucking mouth because she's an asshole. Well, not really. She's
Dog,
fine. She's just chilling.
dog,
Anyways,
look, I'll be completely honest.
what?
Best shot is just finding the group. Like I'm not calling you a bitch or nothing, but right now you have 3 people who could potentially just calm the fuck down if they found me. Alright, like you don't have to end this in a
Yeah.
fight and bind people, and then when they get out, they'll probably try to fuck you up.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. If I run away and they catch up to me, and I get fucked up because of you, you know I'm beating your ass, right?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Anyways, I'm also not gonna do that. I'm
Alright,
still gonna
listen,
try
you
to bind them and
fucker.
wheel them up to you.
Alright, shut up.
No, there better not be stairs though, cause like that shit's gonna put like a whole last wrench in my plan.
Motherfucker, just start sprinting. I don't know. Press up for a
I
reaction.
mean that all depends on if I wake up first. And if I wake up first, bro, they're definitely getting bound and wheeled up to you, bro. I'm about to pull out the kiddie cart, the kiddie wagon,
Fucking
toss them
kitty
all
cart.
inside. Toss them all inside, bro. Start wheeling them over. If they wake up halfway through, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm just gonna take you to Bennett. If you wanna untie those, that's fine. If they untie it without my prompting and proceed to beat me to death, well, you know, that's just kind of how life goes.
Jesus Christ.
What you mean, Jesus Christ, bro? Like this is like a solid, soundproof plan.
All I'm hearing is we gotta get you a coffin too. Anyway, so I'm
I
gonna.
don't need a coffin. I never did die.
You died
I
like
never
3
did die.
times.
Shut up!
You died 3 times! 3! The fuck you mean
You're
you
just
never
mad because you
died?
can't die 3 times, bro.
Dog!
You're just mad that you
Dog.
can't die 3 times,
If
bro. That's why.
if I'm
You're
gonna end up
salty.
like you, I don't want to die. And if I die, I want to stay dead.
Niggas out here fucking salty as fuck that they can't die
Alright,
3
shut
times
up,
in a row.
shut up. Anyways, help me end the stream, because now I'm sitting here after all this bullshit.
Anyways, fellas, I want you to hit that follow button to tune in more for these D&D sessions. You know, they're a lot of fun to make, a lot of fun to interact with, a lot of fun to see what happens, and a lot of fun to bullshit at. You know what I mean, fellas?
Hey, Chris. So
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Good.
So, for those who are wondering, I'm not doing DKW tomorrow. Some stuff came up and I need to make some changes. One thing I will say is that when we do DKW, when we do have an episode of DKW next week, we are going to announce something pretty big. Though it's gonna be weird because it's, you know, I'll just save it for the next one. But yeah, a lot of stuff's gonna happen on next week's episode of DKW. Due to some things that happened IRL, and like I guess I'll try to tie it in. I don't want to get into it because I feel like that's gonna it's not respectful of people's privacy. Like regardless of what happens, I don't want to like be the asshole who said, "Oh yeah, this guy over here did this, and this is why this is." I don't want to be that guy. No one wants to be that guy, and if you do, fuck you. You were probably alone during lunch.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't like to like throw out stuff that's happening. I don't like to like really. I don't want to say address because that's kind of like bad if I'm trying to ignore it, but like I prefer this channel be a place where you can get away from drama and all this like crazy stuff happening, you know? So I guess like I feel like talking about it, you know, on a stream where my intention is to lead you away from it isn't exactly the most common sense thing to do. So
you are pretty stupid.
Yeah, a few things will happen on DKW. We'll address it. We'll go through it all. There will be an announcement on next week's DKW. Give me a sec. My brain is like loading up words. So thank you for watching. Yes, indeed you did. Thank you for giving your time to watch. I know a good amount of people don't really watch live, but instead watch through the VODs, and I understand that because let's be honest, a whole like 3 hours of talking is it's not exactly
IRA.
it's not exactly the easiest thing to sit through at once. So for those who are watching the VODs, still thank you. I see all of you. I see a lot of you enjoying it, since most of the VODs, like, I get a good amount of attention. So you guys are, I know you guys are enjoying the story and certain beats and stuff like that. Once again, thank you guys for giving your time to watch this. If you watched it all at once or you watched it in pieces. We will see you Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another session of D&D The Curse of Strahd. Brain froze. My brain stops too much. It happens a bit too much, man. It keeps happening, man. But yeah, let's go find someone to raid before my brain jams again and I won't be able to get it moving. I might end up doing a raid and run, so that might happen. Let me see if burp came up through my chest. He's still alive? Yeah, he's still alive. So let's raid my man Pickerick TTV. Right now he's playing Super Mario Odyssey, and I think he's trying to 100% it. There is a warning though, things do get loud in his streams. He's known he's known to give out warnings. So we're gonna go over, give him some love. Thank you all for watching, and I will see each one of you beautiful people in the next one.